Welcome to episode 8 of 100K at 100% ROI in 100 days. I'm in a different location today. I am in my basement where I have set up to do FBM. It is September 20th here, so this is coming out very far in the future. For this challenge in August, we've sent in $44,553 in potential profit on a spend of $35,953. And then so far in September, we have done $14,000 of spend for a little over $14,000 of potential profit so far. Now, last episode, I was talking about how our really big purchase ended up being the wrong item and we had to refund that. And so that was going to be a very low ROI purchase, but it was going to be really good time efficiency for me. Unfortunately, it turned very different. And instead of it being time effective, I'm actually spending a lot of time having to get this returned because it was 7 boxes. And so the QR code that was generated by eBay only worked for 1 box. So basically right now I'm in a back and forth with the seller. He's basically giving me a ton of excuses. He's on vacation with this family. He's driving. I'll pull over in 30 minutes, blah, blah, blah. But it ends up being a lot more time. So I'm literally probably going to give him 1 more hour. And then I'm just going to go pay for the postage myself. It'll be somewhere between $150 to $400, which really sucks. But that's just how it goes when you risk it for the biscuit sometimes. And this time it didn't work out. Also, another thing I'm doing right now is making an SOP for how to list my items and have packages opened. I'm really wanting to actually have an employee do a lot of what I'm doing. And so I'm making basically instructions that are super detailed, no matter what's going on, so that they can actually do a lot of the process for me, because this is just going to be too much work. And so basically writing out the entire step-by-step process.
And it was also funny at the post office. I tried to wheel out all the packages in their little wagon thing, and I got completely stuck in the door. And I was just sitting there for like 5 minutes in front of everyone trying to get the thing unstuck, which was absolutely ridiculous. So a little update on that situation. I went to the post office. I was just going to deal with it myself because it had been an hour and a half. And he was just saying stuff like, I'm going to pull over soon, blah, 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 blah. Didn't think it was going to do anything. I get to the post office and the guy that I needed to have help me, he wasn't there and he was going to come back in like an hour. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go to the Starbucks and just work for a little bit. I went to the Starbucks and I saw that the eBay guy got back to me with labels. They had to like resize them and basically put them into picture form. So I went home, printed those labels, went back to the post office. They were UPS labels, so I can't ship them through the post office. We went all the way back to the UPS store. I was able to print those out, and thankfully we got that resolved. So now I'm just crossing my fingers that nothing goes wrong with the refund because it's $6,300. Just hoping that works out. The funny thing at the USPS store is I said, thank you so much for the help. I was really stressed out about the situation. And he's like, we can tell. I'm like, all right, bro. Thank you. So yeah, super glad to have that done with. It took a lot of time, and hopefully we can move forward without as many problems happening.
All right, guys, I wanted to take a second and update you guys on the progress so far. It's a couple days later. Between what we did in August and this month so far, it's around the 22nd of September right now. We've done around $64,000 of potential profit sent into Amazon, and that's been on around $52,000 of spend. I think my math is pretty close there, but that's over 120% ROI, which is absolutely amazing. Super happy with the progress. This month has been slower because transitioning to FBM, I've had to actually figure out how to do FBM more efficiently, but I wanted to show you guys the progress so far. And I'm going to show you a couple of my best sales FBM and a couple of my best sales FBA in the last couple days. So this one was an FBM item. We thought we were going to sell for around $750. We ended up selling for $650 and we bought for $370. That ended up being $204 profit, 55% ROI. Super good profit on that one. We also sold this one yesterday. This sold for $340, bought for $120, ended up being $160 profit, 134% ROI. Extremely happy with this one. This one we're shipping out today. And then on FBA, we had this crazy one. This one we sold for $437. We bought for $185 for $200 profit. Absolutely amazing. This one's higher ranked in electronics. And then this one, also an electronic, we sold for $450 and we bought for $256. Ended up being $154 profit, 60% ROI. Super happy with that one. And although none of our sales were actually that bad in the last couple days, I did have an issue happen with Top Cashback where I was buying gift cards that were discounted for eBay. Usually you can do $1,500 a month and actually spend that on eBay, but I bought 2 back to back and for some reason it glitched and I ended up losing the second $200. So I bought one $200 section and another $200 card, and it only gave me the code for the first card and it still never gave me the code for the second one. I filed a dispute with Capital One. They sided with the merchant. I'm just going to be out that $200, so that's another loss. So I might just not do that anymore. It wasn't that worth it anyways. So next on the agenda, we have all the merch fulfilled items to list. We opened all the boxes. They're all ready to go. I just need to cut and paste the ASINs into Inventory Lab and the sell price and all that information, just put it into the system. And very soon here, we got Stella here. Very soon, once I list those things, we're going to get absolutely slammed with FBM. So I'm going to take some time to source myself as well while there's not as much to do. So yesterday we did a bunch of sourcing and we ended up spending around $2,500 at over 100% ROI, which I'm super happy about. I want to just show you guys a couple of the best purchases from yesterday. And then we were also able to list just about all of those FBM items as well. So super happy about that. The first purchase was a computers and accessories item. We purchased it for $50. This one just came up on Flipmine and someone listed it for way too little. And they sell for $269. It's going to be $192 profit. Here's the keep on that one. Now the biggest purchase of the day was this one. And this one made me a little bit nervous because I'm not 100% sure about the velocity of this one. I went relatively deep on this one. It was around $130K in electronics. But there's very few people on this listing, only one other person. And so when I hop on the listing, it'll be 2. These sell for $309, and we purchased a lot of 15 of these for $107. So the profit on these is going to be $168 each, and we got 15 of them. So just this purchase alone could be $2,500 in potential profit. Now, what I might do on these is we can see in the past the sales rank was much lower and around $50K in electronics. I might lower the price to somewhere around $250 to try to get these to move quicker, but we're just going to see how it goes. At $250, these are still 100% ROI and $114 of profit. So if we can get all these to move, that would be absolutely amazing. The next purchase we made was a purchase for $125, and we plan on selling for $270. This is a high-ranked office product. And then this one, we ended up buying for $75.80 each. We got 3 of them. We plan on MFing for $169.59. This is a low-ranked health and household item. And then this is the biggest ROI of the day. Absolutely massive. I don't know what on earth was going on or what this guy was thinking. Either this was used and he sold this as new or something. We're MFing it, so we're going to get to see. But he sold this for $10, and these are currently going for $435 for $374 profit and $3,700 ROI. Which is absolutely incredible. This is the keep on that one. It's definitely a slow moving item, but there's not too many people on the listing. And for the ROI, we could let that sit for a year and feel very good about that. It's very possible we also might sell at $250, but regardless, we definitely don't care because we got it for $10. So the plan for today is there are a couple items I still need to list FBM and I need to do some sourcing. So this is really good ROI, but I'm debating whether I want to buy it because it doesn't look like it sells fast. Because it's usually up at like 400K, but then sometimes it does sell faster. What I might do is I might send an offer on this one and then just be okay with it sitting for 2 months. Oh, so the shipping is more expensive to me. We're still going to send the offer. So this is one we're going to make a pretty deep offer on. So this is the bigger item. I'm debating whether I want to have it sent to me or to my prep center. It looks like the shipping is actually going to be pretty similar, so I'm going to have it sent to me. This is definitely more of an FBM type item. These definitely sell. If they accept that offer, it's going to be around $255 profit. It's an auction and their starting bid was lower, so we'll see what happens with that one. I've never seen a used marketplace like this where it starts low and slowly goes up like that. That's interesting. I sell quite a few of these, so I'm happy to buy these for $30. It'll be $14 profit, FBM. The offer account on this is going up too much and it's too close, so I'm going to pass on this one. So that's going to be it for the sourcing session. Didn't find as much as yesterday, but that was just a little bit of a sourcing session. Yesterday, I really was spreading it out over a couple hours and going back and forth between purchasing and listing. So that's probably what I'm going to do for the rest of the day, actually. So maybe I'll show you guys what ends up purchasing. So instead of sourcing, I ended up dealing with this really big return and repricing. So I actually saw that the items were delivered back to the seller, but the refund page wasn't updating that it was delivered. So I ended up realizing that he sent me labels that were not kind of linked to the return. And so the system wasn't updating that it was actually shipped. And so I was feeling like, okay, like if this doesn't update, I'm probably not going to get my refund. And then I looked into it more and I saw that there was a rule that not a ton of people know, that if it's over $750, you're technically supposed to have signature confirmation in order to actually show that it arrived back when you were doing a return. And he was the one who made me the labels. And so my mind went to, I'm getting scammed $6,300. But thankfully I was able to get on customer support. I gave eBay the tracking numbers. They were able to update the returns page for me and I ended up getting a refund. So very thankful about that. So I want to take a second and show you guys some of the best sales over the last couple days. This one I sold for $949 and I purchased for $189. This is a high-ranked electronic. Those high-ranked electronics will sometimes sell. You just have to actually look at the keepa. And here's the keepa on that one. Then here's actually one that we lost money on. This one we purchased for $30 and we actually ended up selling for around $30. This one, it was getting search suppressed and the price was changing and I ended up buying way too many. Here's the keepa on that one. Then this one is an office product. I ended up selling for $505 and I purchased for $140, giving us a profit of $311 and 222% ROI. Here's the keepa on that one. So it is over the weekend, and boy, did I have a lot of work to do when it came to shipping. It was around 3,800 in sales. Super happy with how FBM was going. It was around 32 orders, and basically, I am super slow at shipping, and I need to have a better system of this. At least I listen to Daily Refinement, and they talk about like 3 minutes per each item. It was definitely taking me a lot longer than that, so I have a lot to improve upon, but really happy to get the sales. And next I'm going to show you guys some of the best purchases I made over the weekend. So these were some of the best purchases over the weekend, starting with the ones that I got the least amount of units of and going to the ones that I got the most amount of units of. So this one's a high-ranked office product. We plan on selling for $335. We bought for $108 with a potential profit of $165. We plan on FBMing this. Here's the keepa on that one. This next one we got 2 units of. We plan on selling for $196. Like I literally sold one yesterday over the weekend. We purchased for $89 each. There were 2 units, and so we should have a potential profit of $84 each and 95% ROI. This one I was hesitant to send an offer on, and I almost did, but I was like, this is just such a good deal. I literally sold this yesterday, so I'm just going to buy it. I ended up getting 2 units of this. And here's the keepa on that one. So this one was my best set of purchases by far over the weekend. We plan on selling these for $235. This is an item we've sold a lot of. And overall, we purchased 11 units for an average cost of $104.39, giving us a potential profit of $83.36 for 80% ROI. We plan on FBMing these. I think in these purchases, there was a lot of 5. There were 2 of them that I was able to get, and then the rest of them were purchase by purchase. So far in the challenge, we're doing absolutely amazing with a spend of $57,000 and a potential profit of $70,000. It's the end of episode 8, so we are very, very far ahead. We should be at $56,000 in potential spend. And I'm filming this pretty far in the past, so it is September 25th right now. And so far in the month, we've spent $21,000 for a potential profit of $25,000. So we're right on track. So in the next episode, we're going to be concluding the month and trying to make sure that we can actually get to at least $30,000 in potential profit for this calendar month. And we're kind of coming to a close with this challenge. Like, we're on the home stretch. So thank you guys for watching. And if you guys haven't joined already, I have a free Discord in the description below. I'm posting some guides on how to actually use Flipmine better. And I'm also going to be posting 100 different brands that you can source eBay to Amazon yourself. So without further ado, hope you guys have a great rest of the day and take care.